in Orlando is always a big favorite. Kenan Harkin along with TJ Lavin, and we are also joined by last night's vert champion, Jamie Bestwick. Jamie, great to have you in here. And TJ, you're looking at Nate Berkheimer. You ride with this guy all the time. He has been making some waves.
Oh yeah, he's a yard local. He comes over every morning and gets stuff done. Check out this first jump. Boom, backflip right off the drop into a huge front flip. Nice 360 turn down. He's putting it together, Kenan. Another 360. Turn down to X up over the long and low. Do a Superman to tail whip. That's a solid run for Nate, and that's pretty much every trick that he has in his bag. He went ahead and unleashed it.
That's a pretty awesome run from a double-A pro racer. You know, this guy can compete with the very best who turned up in Beijing this year, and it's just crazy that he's making dirt finals, you know. Wow, nice backflip, flipping off the Nike 6.0 kicker. Look at that, huge front flip there.
Look how perfect his wheels landed on the first landing, just money.
You have to land perfect on these jumps because they're so big. You need the speed for every single one of them.
And he's got that pump and flow that a racer has. His legs are massive. He's got 2 tree trunks for legs. If you ever seen him out there in the yard, man, he's just huge. And he pumps that bike like nobody else. And Superman to tail whip, just muscling that bike around.
Yeah, good snap on that tail whip too, you know, it's good to see.
So the BMX racer making good here in the dirt finals. Now, it is 3 runs out there, folks, for those of you new to BMX dirt jumping competition. You're going to drop your low score. The best 2 scores will then be average, and that will give you the final score. So Nate Berkheimer, you know, that BMX background definitely helps out when riding in rhythm sections. A 93.3, that's a big score for Berkheimer.
That's huge.
With a score in the 90s to set the benchmark.
So this is the 5th stop. We had 4 other competitions. Do you hear about serious injuries in this sport?
Yeah, I mean, you know, as far as action sports goes, it is a dangerous sport, but at the same time, it's also such a clean sport, an organic sport. I mean, unfortunately for Mikey, he wasn't wearing a helmet at the time, so it was a devastating accident that made it even more devastating by not wearing a helmet. So hopefully, you know, a lot of the guys out there will start wearing their helmets a little more often and stuff like that, because if that can happen to a guy like Mikey Aiken, who rarely, if ever, crashes, then it can happen to you. So, you know, Mikey's family is really pushing that as well. So,
be smart. And Nate dropping in for his 2nd run.
Nate Berkheimer, big backflip X up on the first set to a front flip over the 2nd set. 360, turn down to X up over the long and low. Superman to tail whip. Like I said, he used his whole entire bag of tricks last run. This time he just mixed them up a little bit. You gotta love Nate, man. I mean, this guy could go out and snap on any one of these guys in a race. He's as fast as a Yugo. He's the best. I mean, he can really beat a car, no problem.
Yeah. Do they make Yugos anymore?
Backflip X up over the first set. Big front flip over number 2. And that's kind of scary for him because he hurt himself in Salt Lake doing that trick. But he put it together and did it. See how he tagged his back wheel on that landing, which took up a lot of his speed. So he sucked that one up, did a little turn down to X up, is half-assed at best, but then he does a Superman to tail whip, perfect.
Whoa. It wasn't so perfect, dude. I'd seen him land with 1 foot trailing, so that may hit his score.
The judges didn't see it, obviously.
Well, you know what?
Well, they saw it after they gave their score. Look at that, 90.33.
You know why? It's because it was the same trick, just mixed up a little bit. Just put them in a barrel, mixed them up, and just let them fly. Yeah.
1 point. That would not be pretty.
Man, it'd be devastating. Here's a consistent score.
Yeah, I'm seeing double. Will he go 3 for 3? Nate Berkheimer about to drop in.
If he cleans up this run a little bit, he can even get a better score than that.
Nice backflip straight off that Nike 6.0 kicker.
Big front flip over the first set. 360 turn down.
He's changing
Bar
it up.
spin. Look at this guy. Nice!
Yes!
Oh, yeah! Backflip turned down to 50-50 stall. Ain't nobody got that one yet.
That's brand new.
Man, look at the smile on his face. He's stoked.
You know, just the fact that he has been making the finals as consistently as he has been this year is awesome for him.
Yeah, what do you think?
Big
2
move.
finals this
That's
year. I mean,
right.
that's solid.
Yeah, I mean, that's great riding from a AA pro, you
Yeah.
know. Just check it, look at him when he front flips. He checks out the side of the bike, spot the landing, coming over that one set with the bar spin and getting ready for this 360 over the long and low, and here we go. Chop that landing up for Fuzzy Hall. Oh, but he rode away and he didn't put a foot down, so who knows what the judges are going to give him for that one.
Yeah, I think they're going to definitely dock him. Unfortunately for him, and his knees couldn't have been more bent on the turn down part. But
That's not a case.
he was coming up short on that one. But you know what? I'm so proud of him for mixing it up and getting new tricks in there, and I'm happy. I'm so happy for him. He killed it.
All right, third run throwaway. He is in 5th place. Well, we have